Yi Ming took advantage of this time. He used the Hoshin sect's teleportation array to approach the Suzaku dynasty. And came to the princess mansion. Of course he can't show his true face. Otherwise he may be recognized and hunted. At that time, he greatly angered Prince Zhang Taishang. 8 of his generals were killed. Yi Ming entered the princess mansion quietly in a blur. At this time, Zhang Shu was sitting in front of the pond and feeding the fish indifferently. Since the last time the beast gods swarmed the eastern capital, and the demons attacked the city, the environment of the Suzaku dynasty has changed greatly since then, and he didn't even have a chance to go out. Because Emperor Suzaku restricted his children from going out. Princess Zhang Shu, a familiar voice sounded, very soft. Princess Zhang Ju rejoiced, but still he sat still, and said in a low voice, "Invisible Yi Ming. Is it you?" Yi Ming said, "It's me." Yi Ming also said, "I am here to ask for your help. And I want to see the book world." Zhang Shu promised to send him to the world of books. But Yi Ming escaped from Dongdu. Now he wants to find some exercises for Tianqing Hall, a place where the world of books would naturally go. And besides, he really wants to go there himself. Zhang Ju nodded. "Okay. I give you the sign, and..." "Princess," Zhang Shu said, "as long as you take the sign you can go in. But the premise is you have to change my appearance." Yi Ming smiled and said, "Thank you. After I come out, I'll thank you." Zhang Shu said, "Welcome to you. Until you can take me out." Zhang Shu said, "You can take me out." Yi Ming blushed and said, "You are a princess. Too attractive for me to take you out." Yi Ming smiled and said, "I will go wherever you go." Zhang Ju turned from anger to joy. "I'm so bored these days. I do not have the heart to practice. I want to go for a walk. But the emperor has restricted us. And forbade the royal family to go out." Yi Ming suddenly felt dizzy. Yi Ming said, "Since the emperor will not let you go out, how can I take you? Doesn't it set me on fire?" Zhang Shu said, "What are you afraid of? Until you take me away from there. In Suzaku's court, it will be difficult for them to find me." Zhang Ju said in a relaxed tone. Then Yi Ming said, "If you disobey Emperor Suzaku, then he will dislike it. And it's not worth it." Zhang Shu insisted, "I don't care. I must go with you." Yi Ming said helplessly, "Are you going to run away with me?" Zhang Xueqiao blushed a little and said, "What nonsense. Who wants to run away with you? I want to go out to relax. Are you from the Qinglong dynasty? Let's go to Qinglong. I will stay in the dynasty for a few days." Yi Ming scratched his head. Really couldn't bear to keep rejecting him. After Yi Ming thought about it, he said, "Okay. After I finish the task at hand, I will take you to Qinglong Academy for a few days. I will go to Baihu. Let's go to Dynasty and Xuanwu Dynasty. I have never even been to those places." Zhang Ju said so happy. "Yes, yes." He almost jumped up. Agreeing to Zhang Shui's terms, Yi Ming left with the sign. And then move on to the world of books. The entrance to the world of books is located in the Imperial Palace. And always cannot enter. To avoid human eyes and ears, Yi Ming Rui used the dress to transform into Zhang Shui's appearance. An old house is the gateway to the world of books. And in front of the house sits an old man with white eyebrows and a white beard. Everyone who enters the world of books has to go through his confirmation. When Yi Ming came to the door, the old man bowed slightly. "Your Royal Highness." Yi Ming nodded and showed him the sign. The old man smiled and said, "Princess, you don't need to check, please come in." Entering the old house you will see a teleportation array. Yi Ming stepped up, and the teleportation array began to operate by itself. In the next moment, he successfully entered a strange place. There is no gravity in this space, and all the bookshelves are floating in the air. So all bookcases are placed three-dimensionally. Looking around, there are huge jade bookcases everywhere, limitless. He observed for a long time, but did not see a single person. There are so many books, how long do I have to read? He thought for a moment, taking out the 3-in-1 mirror. Immediately 3 clones appeared, and began looking for books here with their originals. 4 people went to look for books. All books in the world of books are limited. And they are not seen in the divine sense. So they can only be opened and read manually. This brings up the problem of Yi Ming's book selection. He can only read one by one slowly. Fortunately, his people were divided into 4 groups. Otherwise the efficiency will be lower. Yi Ming's selection of books this time was mainly to prepare for the Tianqing Hall book collection. So every time he reads a book, he remembers it. The books he chose weren't necessarily God-level exercises. But there is a comprehensive collection of exercises at various levels for the cultivation of various Tianyun members. The book selection process was very slow, 1 day, 2 days, half a month, a month. When Yi Ming had almost read the world of books, by then it was already more than 2 months later. He felt that the martial arts that he was, and it is enough to have memorized martial arts. He also discovered many god-level exercises from it, which was quite helpful in his practice. The world of the book deserves to be left over from the Five Elements dynasty. It contains many martial arts. And there are many sections. Not only from the Tianyuan continent, also involved from other civilizations. Buddha, immortals, witches and Confucianism etc. benefited him a lot. In the last 2 months, he has seen less than 1% of the book collection. If you want to see it in its entirety, you won't be able to for decades.
Subscribe my YouTube channel Mama Manga for the latest explanation. See you guys in the next episodes. Thank you.